Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, we shall see how to simplify variable expressions. So let us say we want to simplify an expression of this type. 3 over 4u minus 1 over 3u minus 7 over 8u. Right? So we will break it down into these different steps. First thing, we want to find a common denominator for these numbers, and the way to do that is as follows. We want to know 4 times what number is equal to a number, and let's say that number is 24, and then we want to know 3 times what number is equal to 24, and then also 8 times what number is equal to 24. We know our times table, and therefore we can now come back and then say that 4 times 6 is 24, 3 times 8 is 24, and 8 times 3 is 24. So if we use 6, 8, and 3, and multiply those to the denominators of the first fraction, second fraction, and third fractions, we should be able to get a common denominator. And the way to do that is as follows. We'll write that as step number 2. In here, we're going to take the first fraction and then multiply and divide by 6. Multiply and divide by, let me write that with this different color, that way you can see what is happening here. So we're going to multiply and divide by 6. 6 times 4 is 24, and that is what we are looking for, and we'll put the u variable there, minus 1 over 3 times 3 times 8 is 24, so we're going to multiply and divide by 8 for the second fraction, and the variable we have here is u, and the third fraction what we have here is 7 over 8, and the term we're going to multiply and divide is 3. So and the variable what we have here is also u. Now we will simplify this. So when we multiply them out, we're going to multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, simplify it, and then write the variable term next to it. 3 times 6 is 18, and then 4 times 6 is 24, and this will be u, minus, in the second term, 1 times 8 is 8, divided by 3 times 8 is 24. We have a u variable there. And in the third term, 7 times 3 is 21, and 8 times 3 is 24, and we have the variable u right there. Therefore, we will write this one as, we will simplify this and write this as step number 3. As long as we have a common denominator, the rule of fractions is telling us that we can combine the numerator parts. We have 18u minus 8u minus 21u, and therefore when we combine them, this is how it is going to simplify to. 18 minus 8 will be 10u. 10u minus 21u is going to be equal to minus 11u divided by 24. There is nothing more we can simplify. We cannot further simplify this part of the equation. So therefore we're going to leave it here. This is our answer. This is where we want to leave it, and that is in its simplest form. So let us look at another example. Let us see if we can use these distribution properties and finding the common denominator and then simplifying process, if we can apply it to this next example as well. In this example, let's say we want to simplify 4x minus 2 times 3x plus 8. We want to be able to use the distribution property to be able to simplify these expressions. Step number 1. 4x, there's nothing being distributed here. We're going to distribute the negative 2 to every one of the terms inside the parentheses. Negative 2 times positive 3x is negative 6x. Negative 2 times positive 8 is negative 16. Since we have similar terms, we will combine them, and then the similar terms here are 4x minus 6x. 4x minus 6x, as I said, these are similar terms. 4x minus 6x will be negative 2x minus 16, and that is where we want to leave it. There are no more similar terms to combine, and therefore negative 2x minus 16 is our answer. In my next presentation, we shall look at some examples which are real-world application problems.